out there, you're welcome to the Super Wednesday Hangout. Of course, it's still the Super Wednesday Hangout, and we are here in the studio for the convention of the Congress, rather, of the 2023 titled Divine Repositioning. And today we'll be having an exciting time because this is a time to talk about relationship. Of course, it's something that everyone is looking out for. I am Naomi Oba, and with me in the studio is an amazing couple. We have them right here in the studio, Pastor and Pastor Mrs. Ayo, and they are here to tell us about what we need to know about relationship. Now we'll have them to talk about love and marriage. They are into Love and Marriage Hub outreach, and they are committed to the well-being of singles and the married in their relationship, and they have been in this over the years. Welcome with me into the studio, Pastor Ayotunde and Bukola Olumide. How are you doing, sir?
We are fine. Thank God I'm fine.
Yes, good to have you in the studio.
Thank you, ma.
Well, basically, I want to say a super happy birthday to Mrs. Bukola. How are you?
I'm very fine.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yes, I can see that excitement in you.
Thank you.
Okay, let's quickly talk about what we have for today. We have the relationship discussion today. And talking about relationship, I will first ask, what is the basic, or what should be the basic expectation of anyone going into relationship?
Basic expectation of anyone going into a relationship. I would say, look for somebody that look like where you are going. If you are going to any relationship, don't just jump into a relationship because everybody is going into a relationship. Okay. But first of all, define yourself. Who am I? What do I want in life? What are my strengths, my weaknesses? How do I want such a person to complement me? Okay. So just look for someone that look like where you are going. Okay. If you want to go into a relationship. All right.
Yeah. So, well, basically looking for someone that looks like you. Then looking at singlehood. What should we say about singlehood?
Well, singlehood is a time, I celebrate all the singles outside there because congratulations for being a single. Why? Because many a times, we that are married, we even wish we are in your state at times because of the pressure, the challenges of being married. So being a single is a blessing. And it's a time for development. It's a time to discover yourself. It's a time for you to learn how to be responsible in life. Okay. So being a single, don't just be single and be wasting. Be single and be useful. Okay. And also develop yourself.
Okay. So let's hear from you.
All right. Like you rightly said, singlehood is a time for you to develop yourself, to know what you don't know, and it's a time for you to be a better version of yourself. Sometimes what affects people in marriage is not being the better version of yourself. They want people to accept them for who they are. But actually, we don't want to accept you for who you are. We want you to be a better version of yourself. So it's the time to just be better.
I think with what you said, I remembered in a discussion I had at the time with a group of persons. All right. And there they gave us, someone just said, can you marry yourself? So which means that for me to, before I could go into a relationship, like you said earlier, I should be able to first marry myself, like I should be able to first love myself, see myself for who I am, right?
Definitely.
Okay, so
definitely.
in that singlehood, you just have to first take that assignment and duty of who you are.
Yes, because like Bible says, deep collect unto the deep. You always attract your person.
Okay.
Just check yourself. Can I marry myself? You are difficult. Can I marry a difficult person like myself? And many a times, we don't even understand ourselves. And we want the other partner to understand you. And that's where we normally have issues. So please, who are you? Do you know yourself? Do you know what you're made of? And can you just adjust and be a better person? And so you always attract yourself.
So how can I enjoy singleness? Let me hear from you.
All right. To enjoy singleness, love yourself. Love yourself. Loving yourself has to do with accepting you, accepting who God has made you to be. You know, if you are on the short side, accept that God has made you short for a reason. If you accept yourself and try to develop yourself, accepting yourself and developing yourself.
Okay. So enjoying singleness. Let me hear from you, sir.
Just like my wife said, enjoying singleness, maximize that moment. You will not always have that time. Being single, I always say this, while I was single, I have my time to do so many things. But now married, even I can't just go home anytime I want to go home. Somebody's already calling, have you checked your time? And I can serve God and be lost in the house of God, and because it's only me. So, and be at workplace, work, bring the work home, but now I can't just do that again. So while being single, just maximize every moment. Okay. Maximize every moment. Don't, like I said earlier, don't waste away that period. It's a period whereby you lay the foundation for where you are going in life. But it's a pity that many people is when they are married, that's why they are just trying to find their feet. Discover purpose while you are still single. Discover where you are going. Career-wise, what do you want to do with your life? In the area of your spiritual life, are you growing as a Christian? Social life, do you have any social relationship? No, just maximize that moment. Don't waste it. Don't waste it. Don't be lost in the multitude. Let people know who you are now. You know, a lot of times, one of the challenges we normally have is when we are married, people now say, it wasn't like this or before. Marriage has changed. He has always been like that. It's just that he has never defined himself. So he has always been like that. So who are you now? Let people know who you are. And one of the challenges we also have in marriage is like, your parents like, your wife has changed you. Your husband has changed you. No. It's just that you have never defined yourself to them. And that's why they can even control you when you are married. Yeah. Because you are so much attached. You have not taking time to stand on your own and say, this is who I am. I'm living by authority. I'm a man under authority. I can take my decisions. But now, they are still taking decisions for you as a single. You should be taking your decisions now. We should know who you are now. It's not where you are married. Who are you? Why don't define yourself, know where you are going to, and go for what you are going for, so that nobody is influencing what you are doing in life. You should be able to take decisions and stand by it. It's not that who asked you to do this. If somebody is asking me to do this. Who is taking this lead? Somebody is leading me to go in this direction. So please define yourself and go the direction you need to go now, and the Lord will help you.
Amen. So you actually peeped into my heart. Okay. So let me ask. Okay. What was your singleness like? Give us your personal experience before you got married and how you enjoyed it.
Yeah. Well, I love to take care of myself. And my singleness, I devoted it to serving God and to learning. I was learning. I learned how to be better in whatever I find my hands doing. And I was serving God. And one of the things that I do mostly was to take care of myself. I wasn't going to wait for any man to come and pamper me. I learned to pamper myself even while I was single. You know, some ladies will wait for the reason why they go into relationship is because they want a guy that will take them out. If I feel for the need to go out, I take myself out.
Absolutely.
I take myself to the beach, take myself to eatery, just pamper myself. So I actually enjoyed my single, taking care of myself, and then loving God.
Wow, amazing. Yeah. And I hope you still do that now.
Yes, I still do that.
Or he takes more of the responsibility.
He's trying. God is helping him.
Yes,
and God is using him.
Okay, now let's look at the aspect of courtship. Is there a laid down biblical principle to courtship?
Well, courtship is a period whereby the man and the woman that wants to marry get to know each other. And like Bible says in the book of Hebrews chapter 13 verse 4 says marriage is honorable bed on the fire. So that one is key in courtship. Until you are married, number one, you don't see one another's nakedness. And courtship is a period whereby you get to know each other. It's a period you know your parents. Why will you go and marry somebody that you don't even know his or her parent? It's a period whereby you get to know why you are here on earth, and you seek for counsel majorly. It's a period whereby the Bible says in the motive of counsel there's safety. And so courtship period is a period of you knowing each other. We've come to realize that many people are doing courtship in marriage. They are getting to know each other in marriage. They are getting to know he doesn't like this, he likes that. So courtship is a period for biblical, even though there's no place in the Bible where say there are people are courting each other or use the word courtship, but there's always a time to know each other. There's always a time to get to know one another's parent, family, and going to go to your parents, to your pastor. And let me say this about courtships, ma. These days, people are courting one another, doing courtship without carrying the necessary people along. Even your pastor does not even know you are in courtship. You're a Christian, but your pastor should even be the one to pray into courtship. But I don't think we are doing that again. I can remember when I wanted to propose to her, I needed to go to my pastor and carry him along. I saw one sister, and the Lord is leading me towards her. And he gave me all the counsel I need. So please, in Christian courtship, every party that needs to be carried along must be carried along right from the beginning, and we need counseling.
Okay.
Yes.
So that means for me in courtship, I really want to understand something. Okay. Because when you talked about proposal before you propose to your wife, so does that mean it's biblical? Okay. That before you present a ring to a woman, your pastor must be aware?
Yes, ma. Because you are someone under authority.
Okay.
And this will really help you in so many ways. We have seen cases that people want to go and propose to a sister in church. We are believers. And the sister is already planning to get married. One is even happening to me now. The guy has been disturbing me. He's someone, and say he has been dreaming about this sister. And that sister is about getting married. And he said, how do I go about it? I said, go and meet your God that's told you, to show you how you go about it. Because the truth of the matter is, many times we embarrass ourselves. This Christian, the Bible said there must be orderliness in the house of God. Why should 4 or 5 brothers go and propose to one sister in the church? I saw her in vision. It's embarrassing. There should be orderliness in the house of God. So, and again, it puts you under authority. You are a man under authority, and it makes your life to be under check. It shows that you're having an accountability partner in that relationship. Okay. You are not going alone. Why many of us misbehave in courtship or in relationship? Because you are the alpha and omega of that relationship. You didn't tell your pastor, you didn't tell your leader, your mentor, your parent are not aware. So that's why you say they break your heart. They can easily break your heart many times because people that needed to be carried along were not carried along in the first place. So please, let us go back to the ancient landmark. Tell your pastor is married. It doesn't need that girl now. So just carry your pastor along. And for the sister, before you even say I do, okay, I do. Before you say I will agree to, can you just let your pastor know? Yeah. Okay, we are not in Gen Z, but I don't know our generation. But before she even gave me her consent.
I said yes in our pastor's house.
In our pastor's house.
Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Amazing.
No, that night, I can't forget. My pastor just called me and said, can I see you in the house now? You see the way I drove to his house. As if I knew something is going to happen that night. I just drove. When I got there, I met her. I said, okay, tonight. So it was so interesting. And so, and they have been part of our life since then. So many people run into trouble because they are running their life alone. And life can never be run alone.
Okay. So let's hear from you, ma'am.
Okay. What should you do in courtship?
Yes.
Get knowledge. Get knowledge. So many people are not getting knowledge about marriage, but it's like they fantasize about marriage, but they don't get knowledge about marriage. And Bible says, my people perish
because of lack of knowledge.
Lack of knowledge. They don't have knowledge. So marriage is a school that you get certificates before you even start the school. So you need to get knowledge. While we were courting, immediately we started our courtship, aside from the counseling the church organized for us, we had to look for one of our spiritual fathers that we respect. And we saw his marriage. We said, okay, your marriage is working. Can you train us on how to make our marriage work? And we were with him for 6 months, going to him every week, every Monday
evening.
Going to him. So it's a little wonder God is doing what he's doing through us, because we were particular about getting knowledge. And then read books on marriage, listen to marriage messages, relationship messages. Just go for knowledge. That's one of the ways that can help you to have very good marriage.
I'm tempted to ask, how long did your relationship last before before you got married? You know, amazingly,
it was like our courtship was like 7-8 months.
Yeah.
I gave him years, May 28th,
yes, May
2012, and we got married January 10th, 2013.
Wow. So, but how long was the relationship before the courtship?
Okay, being a friendship.
Yes.
I think we started in January.
Yes, January 2012.
Oh,
wow.
So, yeah. Amazing.
So
let's say approximately 1 year.
Yes, approximately 1 year.
So yeah, you came to me in January.
Yes.
And we got married the next January.
Next January.
So the way you are talking like twin.
That's the place of
so
yes, because the truth of the matter is many people they are married to strangers.
Yeah.
That's the challenge. People are married to strangers. Because like somebody said, many people say I do before they know what they are doing on their wedding day. Will you marry so-so? Say, yes, I do. The truth of they don't know what they are doing. How much? We ask questions from people that want to get married. You say, how many books have you read about marriage? They say, they will just be scratching. How many messages have you listened to? Why will you go into marriage without knowledge?
No, it's wrong.
It's wrong. It's wrong.
Let's talk about this marriage now. Let's talk about pressure. A lot of people have been into marriage because of pressure. So how do we balance that?
Let's say that, you know, one of the things I want singles to know is that nobody's going to run your marriage for you.
Nobody.
You know, one funny thing is that those people that used to tell you that you should go and get married, immediately you give your card to them, invitation card. You want them to even start from supporting your wedding.
Your own.
No, you're actually from planning for your wedding. You're already on your own. So by the time you get married, nobody's going to run your home for you. And whatever you see in that marriage is going to be only you and your spouse. So that's why you don't need to bow to any pressure. How can you handle pressure? If it's coming from people that are close to you, like your parents, tell them, let them know that this is actually about you and God. You appreciate what they are doing, but you want to hear from God. You don't just want to rush into marriage or choose anyone because they want you to marry or they want you to have their grandchildren, which is the norm. So let them know that, yes, you appreciate your support, but they should keep praying for you. If anybody pressure you, tell them, please continue to pray for me. Yeah.
Okay. So after wedding, how should you now begin? Because this wedding of a thing, I think the wedding is what is just the glimpse of what people really want. I want my wedding. My wedding will be talk of the town and all of that. But after wedding, how should, like, the marriage, how should one begin the marriage thing? What are those things that you need to put in place? Because a lot of time we hear how you start is how it goes. So if you don't start right, you will definitely get it wrong. So what's the proper way to start a godly marriage?
Okay, thank you, ma. Now, the Bible says, write the vision, make it plain, so that those that read it may run with it. Now, what is the vision for that marriage? And it starts from your courtship. People are in courtship, all they do is to go to hang out. Did you pray together? Did you share vision and plan and purpose together? You start running even that marriage from courtship. It's about the only thing we always tell people that is led for in marriage is the consummation through the sexual part of it. Every other thing you discuss, communication, everything starts now. So why people are having issues in marriage? Because there are no vision they are running with. So if you have a vision, you are running with your marriage. I always tell people you will fight your wife if there are no vision to run with, because you think you don't need her, and you think you don't need your man. But if there is vision, two of you are running with. The Bible says, can two work together except they agree. So God will help your home agree and run together right from your courtship.
Okay, thank you so much. So everything you have said to us today about marriage and using yourself as an example has been an amazing time, and I hope a lot of people have learned from it. Like I personally have learned from it. So I'm going to key into this and know how to go about this, and I hope a lot of people learned a lot too. Thank you so much for joining us, and of course the program still continues. So stay tuned. Go nowhere. I am Naomi. Over. Stay safe. Bless you.
Thank you.